Hey everyone, I'm Becky,
I'm Sarah.
and we are doing Bickering book reviews. Today we are talking about Colton Gentry's Third Act by Jeff Zentner, which I got an eARC off of NetGalley.
You know what I realized as we were talking about doing this book that I don't know how to spell his last name. There's an extra N in there that I always forget about. It's Zentner.
Yes,
And I always forget that extra N. So just for you out there, there's an extra N in there. So it's Zentner, not
it is. It is.
Zentner.
Where did you get it?
I got it off of I actually think I was bad and I got it off of NetGalley and Edelweiss.
Oh,
Because I was confused. Like it's been a while, and I'm like, I don't know how to read this thing. So I got it off of Edelweiss, and I couldn't figure out how to open the the ebook. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll get it off of NetGalley because I can figure that out. And then eventually I figured it all out. But yeah, I
all
accidentally
good.
got to both places. Oops, a daisy.
It's all good. So this book is about Colton Gentry, and Colton is in his late 30s, and he is a kind of like lower famous country singer. And at the beginning of the book, he is the opening act for a huge country singer, and he goes on a drunken rant on stage about how there should be more gun control, which does not make the country fans at the concert like him. And so he basically he in a matter of like a week, he loses the tour, he loses his contract. His wife leaves him for a hockey player because she's like a huge like pop star. She's basically like
So
Taylor Swift.
he turns into a country song.
Basically, yes. And so he goes home into his little hometown in Tennessee, and he's trying to piece his life back together. And he runs into his ex-girlfriend from high school who helps. I feel like I don't want to give away like a lot of the details. Who
It was
helps?
the love of his life. She was the love of his life, and
Right.
they had a sticky end, and he's trying to figure it
She
out.
helps him get back on track through her endeavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like how he reconnects with her is like a surprise in the book, so I don't want to give that away.
So here was my question. Here was the first question that I had about this book. Why was it set in 2015?
I don't know, and I was wondering if like that maybe if that was when he wrote it. I don't know if it was like he was trying to avoid COVID.
Maybe, but like I feel like we're far enough on the other side of COVID that you could avoid it.
Well, I don't
I
know if
mean,
you could
set it
tell,
in 23 and 24, I think you could avoid it.
but then his experiences with the wife and the country music would have been different.
I guess. I don't know. It seems like by not acknowledging it, it just seems weird. Like 2015 is just like, or set it in 2019. It just seems weird.
I don't know. I feel like, and maybe that like maybe that's when he started writing it. So that was
Yeah, maybe that's it. Because
right,
at what point, like, because I was waiting for there to be a point where we acknowledge the fact that it's set in 2015, almost 10 years ago.
right.
Because it's not like there isn't any like social media. It's not like there isn't any smartphones. It like, I don't know. And then I was also, because I was harping on the fact that like I don't understand like why we're set when we're set. I also wonder if the because it bounces between 2015 and 96. I was wondering like if the slang and things were accurate. Excuse me.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. And maybe he based it then so it was closer, the flashbacks were like when he was in high school.
Maybe, and so maybe the slang is, maybe if it's following along with his own life, maybe it is accurate. But I was like, were they saying that like back then?
And I didn't notice anything weird. Um,
But like I said, it was the 2015 thing that kind of like bugged me. So that's why I was like, wait, in the 90s they were saying that?
Nothing really like stuck out to me. See, my thing is like I am a big fan of his books. His books are usually like there's something beautifully poetic about his books. And I don't know, I think I even texted you at one point. It didn't feel like his writing to me.
I mean, he definitely like you could see the the language was there, but it didn't match the story in
See,
in a way that it has in the past. You know what I mean? Like it was not in this Wild Light.
right. Well, and I mean, like, I don't know. There just, it was something like all of the books. Like it didn't, there was just, there's always been like this, I don't know if it's a tone or almost like a dialect. And it didn't feel like that was there. And I know, I felt like I didn't get to know the characters. And usually like the characters in his books are so like beautifully like well-rounded. And I don't know, like part of it might have been Colton doesn't want to talk about stuff, and so we don't really get to know him. And I feel like maybe it might have been because of the flashbacks to high school. Like it felt like it kind of like abbreviated other developments.
So honestly, I think for me, the best character development, the most interesting character development, the best parts of this book were when Colton was interacting with Luann's children.
I can see that. Yeah.
Like that was the best parts of this book,
I don't know. Like I said,
at least for me. I
I,
didn't.
I try. I don't, and it's like I didn't dislike the book, but I didn't like the book as much as I expected to like the book.
Well, to be fair, like for me, I go back and forth on his books. Like sometimes I like them and sometimes I don't. Like sometimes I absolutely like freaking Goodbye Days. I didn't even like Serpent King. So like there are quite a few that I don't like. This one like I didn't dislike it, but you're right. It was there wasn't a lot of development there. I really didn't like the by the end of it, like I was in for the romantic, like the female romantic lead, but like by the end of it, I was like, nah, I don't like her. Like I think I texted you that I thought she was toxic. I don't know if toxic is the right word for her, but she's very black and white and like I would and like yeah, it's one thing to be black and white when you're a teenager, but it's an entirely different story to be black and white when you're on the other side of things and you've had the life experiences that you've had that like I just felt I don't know. And I don't know how much to get into it because I don't want to give away spoilers, but like I was not a fan of how she put out these ultimatums or like he makes one step, he takes, he does one wrong thing and it's over. Like, I don't know.
See, I guess to me it was like being guarded and protective of your own feelings kind of thing. So that didn't bother me. I think I did text you at one point. I'm like, I don't know if I like this book, but if it was a Hallmark movie, I would totally watch it. And it does, like, it does have a little bit of a plot of something that you expect
Yeah.
in a
I don't
Hallmark
know.
movie.
By the end of it, I did not like the female romantic lead. I was not on board for that.
See, and I was like more like the ex-wife was more toxic than the
Well,
girlfriend.
yeah, and she totally was, but like that was her point. But I'm supposed to like the romantic lead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to like the other one.
So should we rate it?
Yes.
Okay, so our rating system starts with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it is a horse.
It's like riding a bike with the unicorns.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go 2 unicorns. I feel like I'm going really harsh on this one and like that it probably doesn't stand next to a lot of the other 2 unicorns, but it's where I'm at. I'm at 2 unicorns because I really didn't like the female main lead. But by the end of it, like by the time I finished it, I was like, no, I don't like her.
See, I guess I'm like at a 3, and that to me is like I didn't love the book, but I didn't dislike the book. And to me, it's like almost like it's entire, and even though there is a reference to the character from Serpent King, I feel like there it's an entirely like different, it feels like a different author to me. So that is where we are on Colton Gentry's third act, and we'll see you around.
Bye.
Bye.